clubs are trying to make moves in this transfer market. They are trying to beef up their squad for the next Premier League season, especially in the Premier League and everywhere in Europe. The league is going to start in August, so they need to buy players. But for today, we are going to talk more on Liverpool, Osimhen, transfer news everywhere, because Osimhen is still hanging in somewhere because Napoli have refused another bid from Galatasaray for Osimhen to move from Napoli to Galatasaray. I don't even know what Napoli wants, but they are trying to frustrate Osimhen. But our God is not sleeping. But let's see what happens with Osimhen. For Liverpool, Liverpool have made a bid. They have inquired for Isak, officially inquired for Isak, if Isak will move from Newcastle to Liverpool. So they are going to make a bid if if Newcastle wants to sell. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, we are going to talk more on transfer news. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Fantastic morning to you, dear listeners. Fantastic morning to all the sports fans out there and all the football maniacs. Welcome to another exciting show. Let's talk transfers.
Okay, good morning, also.
As clubs are making moves, hope you are very awake this morning, making your own moves. Because if your club sleep, we don't want to hear that you slept as well. Welcome to the show, guys.
Everybody is making moves. Like the Premier League is going to be major next season. It's going to be super next season. In fact, I can't even wait for that next season to start, because come on, look at all the top clubs. Look at the signings. Even sports are making big transfers. Imagine what will happen next season. Except for Manchester United, though. Now they know they make any transfer. Now only Cunha. It's fact that they are the one that needed more transfer needed more players in this transfer market, because but they are making the list. But anything can happen. Liverpool did not make any transfer last season and
they won the league. Thank you. So,
but they did that after they had the already good side.
Yeah,
so let's not use them.
Man, you don't have already good side last season.
Man, you don't have a good side.
You know how many people Man you buy last summer?
They really bought that for 6 players.
They bought 7 players last summer.
Even though, man, where did they finish?
That's what I'm saying. Now Liverpool revamped the previous summer.
Liverpool finished fourth.
And won the league.
Man finished 15th. They cannot win the league.
And they will finish in top 4.
It's possible though. When Conte took over Chelsea, I think they finished 11th or 10th on the table, and Conte won in the first trial. So anything can be. The point is that anything is possible in football.
Possibility every
Chelsea
year.
beating PSG. Nobody can. In case nobody really believe that. Even if Chelsea is going to win, not like that margin. You understand? So anything can happen in football. Manchester United can somehow win the league next season, but even though that it's
football might happen.
It's quite not possible. But anything
Leicester
is possible.
was not possible.
Anything is possible in football. But let's start with our own Nigerian Osimhen. Osimhen is still in the dark, because Galatasaray dropped a bid again, but they refused it. They want 40 million euros up front, then they can spread up all of them. But Galatasaray is offering about 30 or 35 million up front, pay in first installment, then spread the rest. But I think they are still trying to Osimhen. I don't know what their problem is. They are going to buy another striker, because they wanted to buy Nunes. But Nunes, I think yesterday they said that they're not going to go for Nunes again. They're going to buy another striker in Italy. But Osimhen is out of their project. Leave these guys to go now. What is your problem?
That's just the thing. You have a striker already. You have Lukaku. You also have other players who can come in and do a job for you. You're also looking at another player you can bring into the side. But I feel, this is where we say clubs are being petty, in the sense that you ask for an improved contract or an improved offer. They give you the improved offer, 35 million down, another 35 in 2027, and add-ons. But you now want them to add a sell-on price. You are getting your 75 million that you want for Osimhen, and you still want an extra sell-on, a 10 or 20% sell-on, in case Galatasaray sell him on to a Chelsea or whoever, that you want to get a piece of the action. And Galatasaray is saying, look, we don't want you to get a piece of any action. We want to buy this guy outright. 35 million down payment now, 35 in 2027, of which they already have the bank guarantee for that sum. And add-ons, yes, if he goes on to win the Champions League or whatever, if he goes on to play 50 games, we can have add-ons, maybe 5 or 10 million. That will make everything 85, right? And they are saying, no, we want a sell-on. And it's that sell-on that is turning me off right now, because Napoli have lost the right to feel like they can keep Osimhen against all odds. Because let's not forget, he's a 1 year on his contract and he's off.
Yes,
whether they make that sale or not.
Yes, they know that Osimhen is desperate already, because he wants to play football. Because the World Cup, as we are saying, most of this transfer everybody is looking at this year is majorly so that they can play, the World Cup next season. That's one of the things. They know that Osimhen is desperate to play. And Napoli, they know that Napoli knows that they cannot afford to sit out his 1 year contract. So they are trying to just, or I can look at it in another way, maybe they want to frustrate other clubs so that Osimhen can be found somehow. Because they are playing Champions League, you need all the firepower.
No be by like that now. If you want Razu babe, no be by you you choke her neck. Then ask her say whether you want agree or you don't want agree. No be like that. They lost the opportunity when the season ended.
John, never say that they toast babe. They propose on top ship, on top canoe, for middle of sea. You propose. If you don't agree, you come down. Look at the goal like now there they do now.
No, because
now they do now because I understand what Godwin is saying. But
I get you, but the truth of the matter is that they know that you have a desperate buyer and you have a player who wants to leave. You understand me? They know that they are not in the right position to leverage this deal further. Because if Galatasaray walks away, Osimhen refuses to come back. You understand me? They will not accept a loan. If they accept a loan, he's gone for free. So I think they're just pushing the envelope to see and Galatasaray's breaking point.
Truth is, I don't agree with the sell-on clause part. But
yes,
I feel like the price when Napoli tell me they pay is okay.
Thank you.
Napoli is saying pay 40 million. You can spend the remaining 35. That 40 million go do enough for us to get one young from Bologna, from Lazio, one striker from.
Do you know that that's 85 million? If you pay 40,
you pay 40 million and you pay 35.
It's 75
That's 75 million.
But add-ons.
Leave the bonuses now if you win Champions League. Napoli, Galatasaray won't win Champions League next year. Add on now, if they win Champions League, if they get to the knockout stages, you get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You want things say for your rights as the Champions League they progress now. Galatasaray finish that quarterfinals.
You know who did that Galatasaray?
Leave who they did. No be Dres Martins. No be the people who know it before.
No be Icardi did there.
Icardi.
Yes.
Leave that one.
I think they
I just feel like the price because Galatasaray submitted a bid. Initially, I think 60 million initially, and they said no 75. Now they've up to 75 with the option of we'll pay 30 now. The remaining 45 will spread or we'll pay 35 now. And I say no. If you're going to pay, let's pay the higher sum now. We can negotiate about. We can come around the table about the add-ons also and the sell-on clause. We can come around the table for that. Many clubs add sell-on clause, no matter how big the player is, unless the player is living for free. Many clubs add sell-on clause. We can come around the sell-on clause, either 40% or 30%, doesn't matter. We can come around it later. But for now, we want at least 60% of that money.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want a sell-on clause.
No problem. Yeah, we will talk about that one later. But let's get 60% of the money now.
It's going to be.
Let's get more of the money now, so we can invest in other players than getting less than half that money. If you 75, you're giving me 30. You know, really makes sense.
They have Lukaku. Lukaku is in 30 plus. So and now they want to buy Nunes. Nunes is not working. So they're probably going to the only bid that now from if Napoli pulls out from Nunes is from Saudi Arabia. So Nunes might decide to stay at Liverpool next season. And if you look at what they want to buy a guy called Luka from the Italian league. If everything works out together, they don't want Nunes again. They want Luka. Napoli wants Luka now. But I think that they are using style. I still look at using that to keep Osimhen because that Champions League is very good for them. They have a De Bruyne in that team. They have a Scott in that team. Good midfielders. Lukaku cannot be the only person they can hope to help them to win the Serie A.
I'm liking the fact that that reality is setting in because last season they were doing grand. They were doing grand last season.
And Lukaku in one team, I think it will give them more chance.
No doubt. I said it last season.
And challenge more, move more and further in the Champions League. So it depends on how the Napoli wants to see, but they should come out clear and tell us now they want to keep Osimhen.
The question is, if you're Osimhen and they
after all these
things they draw you and say we want you to stay.
Agree.
Baba, may una keep that money for una pocket. I know they sign.
Let's not be honest. Yeah?
Respect is reciprocal. You can't disgrace me like this and you come and say you want to keep me. No way.
This is similar to what happened between Mikel and Conte when he was at Chelsea. It's just the same tape being replayed in different scenarios. It's just the same thing because you have a fallout to the coach. Or at the long run, the coach will not tell you to come and play for me. Bros, your heart is out already. Your heart is out.
That one is just speculation. I'm just thinking.
I'm just saying this
But
is the same thing.
another thing that if they decide to keep Osimhen, they'll lose him for free next season. So
Yes.
it's a whole different kind of scenario.
They have
in
to
that,
beg him to
yes,
sign a new deal.
Yes, have to beg him to sign, which Osimhen will not do. So they have to actually sell him this summer, and Gala is trying
He
to
was
ban
surprised
him.
Osimhen
But
will
let's
sign
see.
new deal before the end of
Let's
August.
see if he's going to move to Galatasaray this summer. They are offering 35 million permanent now, then spread the rest of the cash in the coming seasons. But Napoli wants more. But let's see. But I want Osimhen to move. But even though I don't want him to go to Tokyo, but he no get choice. No club is coming for now.
Come for him now.
Liverpool is not coming for now. But let's see what happens with Osimhen and Napoli and Galatasaray through at the end of the season. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and Afric Setup Story is dropping a comment. Say, good morning, guys. Good morning, Vote. Make Napoli let Osimhen rest now.
Simple.
The earlier the better for Napoli. Yes, they should just sort out this transfer so that he will move to other clubs and play, and Napoli can build whatever it is that they want to build.
Skyscraper.
Let's come back to let's stay in the Serie A a little bit, because yesterday Modric have actually signed for AC Milan. He's going to wear the number 14 shirt, and he's going to play next is just one year with an option to further extend. I think it's 40 years or 39 years 38. Or 40 years now, but he's going to play for AC Milan for the next season. They are old ladies. Okay, now Juventus are old ladies. But these people like old people like Mari. Instead of you to buy younger players, you are buying older players. But I think Modric is a good player for them. So Modric is going to play for AC Milan. He signed yesterday. He has his number 14 shirt.
The manager is telling you he wants to build a team, and you have the young players around. You need one experience to just galvanize the team.
Who be the young player?
Young players play AC Milan now.
Oh, wow.
Well, Modric is going to play his trade for AC Milan next season. They are not playing the Champions League, so it's going to just be the Serie A they are going to play next season. Let's move back to England. Yesterday, Liverpool officially inquired about Isak.
Which is where their heart has been since.
The Isak, if they are going to make that transfer for Isak, it's going to be the British record transfer. That is 120 million pounds. That is the first asking price for Isak. 120 million pounds, but they have not made an official bid, but they went to ask if Isak is available. Now, if they tell them Isak is available, they will make a bid because they want Isak. If not, they will go for Ekitike. So it depends on that.
If they go for Ekitike, Newcastle will go for Ekitike.
Yeah, so Newcastle wants Ekitike. Liverpool is there, but their major transfer is Isak. They say that they are just inquiring if Isak is available. They don't have a response now. So I think that Newcastle is trying to look at this deal. 120 million pounds first for asking price. They can push it maybe pay 130, no 150 big now. 130.
They don't pay 130 for Florian Wirtz now. Why they not go pay 150?
No, 120 is euros. 120 million pounds is going to be a British record. That means it's going to be about 140 million euros. So it's going to be a huge money if they are going to make that transfer. But if Liverpool gets Isak, shut down for everybody.
No, if Liverpool gets Isak, shut down. But I expect that bid to be rejected by Newcastle. Let's not forget that Newcastle are also in the Champions League. If you even refresh or go online, I'm sure you heard that they've rejected the bid because Newcastle are in the Champions League this year, and they will not be shopping for Ekitike to support Isak when they are intending to sell Isak. So I think Newcastle will reject the bid and keep Isak for another year and sign somebody to add to Isak so that maybe next season he could go. I don't know, but there is no way they are going into Champions League this season and they are selling Isak this season. If it were last season, it was a better deal.
I tell you the truth. That 120 million pounds, think if you are a club owner, think that.
See why I said
just think small.
No,
it's
forget
it. You have to understand
I understand that it's business. I understand that it's business.
When I said the Isak going to Liverpool, this was the story we heard in the beginning of the transfer market. This was the story we heard last year, but they didn't really go for the bid. This is the story we're hearing this year. But I'm just telling you that maybe they saw that they couldn't profile the player in the mode of Isak. Look at the way Hugo plays. Look at the way Isak plays. They have similar style of play. And I've said this before, if you have a striker, this similar type of strikers too in a team, it didn't used to work. They really work like that. So you have this type of striker one, you have the other type of striker. You have the camping striker and the drifting striker. You understand what I mean? Now, these two type of strikers, they like to drift. Isak from the flanks, even when you have Anthony from that flank, you still see Anthony Gordon, you still see him try to drift from that area. You don't see him camp mostly. Then you have a Callum Wilson who camps, the senior man. Nothing for
I think Wilson is going
now.
to be
Now they come out. So you have somebody. If Isak is leaving, you need to bring somebody in the mode of Callum Wilson who can sit on the bench and camp whenever you need a change in dynamics, a change in play style. You bring him in to at least change the play style or say, okay, fine, this player is camping. You have to distract defenders by camping, while the other players can just run around and get their goals. Now, Hugo Ekitike is one of those players that you can liken to Isak. Now, if they want to sign him in, it means Isak should be leaving, because it means clubs have been inquiring about Isak. More clubs, not just Liverpool, maybe more other clubs have been inquiring about Isak. And for me to have people inquiring about this person, it means one person will have to submit a bid sooner or later. And now Liverpool is probably going to submit the first bid of £120 million and get rejected.
It's going to be an interesting transfer till the end of the transfer. Isak, if he's going to move to Liverpool, I think it's a better upgrade for him. I'm no disrespect to Newcastle, but him moving to Liverpool has more chances to win the Premier League and win the Champions League.
How many times? How many tries before they won the Carabao Cup?
It's going to be very hard for him to win a trophy or win the Premier League or Champions League at Newcastle. So him moving, but it depends. And sometimes you have some of these particular deal once or twice in your lifetime. Example: if Isak plays well, if he doesn't play well this season, it becomes a problem. No club will come, or he gets injured. It becomes very hard for him to move next season. So you might think about all these things, and he can force it. So look at what GYOKERES did with sorting for him to force a move. But even though that, I think Isak is not that kind of player, but anything can happen. 120 million, even Newcastle, they think him. 120 million pounds is a huge money.
You could
buy Hugo and still have about 50 million euros
to buy another Callum Wilson.
You know how much they ask for Hugo?
70. Hugo is 100.
It's 100, but they will price.
No, wait, calm down. Wait, let's on that. John, let me now correct that, because it's not much the price for Hugo. This one is 120 million pounds. This one is 100 million euros, which is about 87 million pounds.
And they go price down.
Change go still there, and they go still price down. Change go still there. No matter how you want to take down, because if you say, okay, let's convert the euros to pounds, 100 million euros is about 85 million pounds. So 85 million pounds, 120 million pounds, it's still at least plus or minus 35 million pounds to spend on another striker that looks like Callum Wilson if he's leaving. If he's not leaving, then you say, okay, he will sit on the bench and be playing his normal 10 minutes. And remember, they have another striker that they converted to midfielder in Jolinto.
I still believe that Newcastle will not sell. But
yes,
they will not
for now.
The
stance is that they are not ready to sell Isak. But you know that the transfer market is till August. So
I
anything
understand.
You are not ready to say 120. You are not ready to say, okay, fine.
If you add 10 million
125, 130, you go sell. So when you don't add 10 million pounds, you go sell.
As I said, football is a business.
For a player bought for less than 50 million or so.
Football is a business. If they probably Liverpool offers maybe 130 million or 120 million, they might decide to sell. But let's see if that will happen. If Isak moves from Newcastle to Liverpool might be unstoppable next season, even though the other clubs are actually buying.
Everybody are making moves.
Yes, but it's going to give because last season Liverpool, what they lacked is that striker. Even though their wingers got them goals, Diaz and Salah scored a whole lot of goals and they won the league, but they still need a number 9. You cannot actually win without a number 9. Sometimes it's very hard. So they need a number 9 that can actually imagine Salah is scoring. Isak is scoring. Diaz is scoring. Everybody is scoring.
Yeah, if they sub you so score.
Shut down. So I think Liverpool needs a striker. I remember what happened with Jota too. So only Nunes is in that club now as a recognized striker in that club. So whether Nunes is staying or leaving, they still need to buy a striker for that club. But let's see who they are going to go. If it's going to be Hugo or Isak from Newcastle. So let's see what Liverpool is going to do. Let's move on to other clubs. Let's talk about City because players are trying to leave City. First is Ederson. Napoli is going for Ederson. I don't know if he's going to accept that deal, but Napoli is actually looking to buy Ederson from Manchester City. Another player that is interesting that it might leave is O'Reilly. He think he's good, and Pep Guardiola has been playing him as a left back. He's a midfielder and a midfielder by trade, and he think he's good. Just I think that everybody is looking at what Palmer did. Palmer was getting maybe few minutes for City.
He wasn't getting
And
minutes at all.
Getting
He was
50 minutes.
getting, bro.
I
You
can
are not
remember
a City
before
fan, you
before
can't tell.
before he left, I think he played that community shield with Arsenal when he scored that beautiful goal before he moved to that Chelsea. But I think other young players are looking at it. Look at, I'm a midfielder, and you people are bought. How many midfielders did they buy from January? Nico, Tijani, and
Sure.
and Cheki. You know that almost your time here, you no go play football. The only option is for you to play left back, and the boss bought a left back. So I think him moving is going to be a good thing for a young boy to go somewhere.
I'm not against Aureli moving. I'm not against Ederson moving. I think Ederson, when that Saudi rumor came out, Ederson was already dead to me, so he can leave. Fine and good. Let's get in a Diego Costa, or let's get in another better goalkeeper in. Fine and good. I'm not against Ederson leaving. But for Aureli, yes, Aureli, I know there's also rumors for James McCarthy as well too.
Young boys just want to
so
time.
For me, I would just like both of them can leave as long as we have a buyback clause in place. That's just the only thing I'll say on the matter.
And probably that's the same thing that they might have done with Palmer. Have a buyback, even though they have a buyback clause.
Buyback clause for Palmer.
First option.
But let's see. What do you
You can execute a buyback. You can execute a buyback. Or you can execute first option. Like Arsenal had first option to get Fabregas when he wanted to leave FCB. So first option or buyback, either of them on these two guys, and we are good to go.
I think the young boys just leave.
I don't talk about before. City no be team where they promote young players. And we said Foden. I was a campaigner for Foden, and my boy, I trained him. I told Diego, David Silva, my senior man, my senior midfielder, my playmaker. I told David, please, before you leave.
Who be your playmaker if they want?
Now David Silva now.
Who be your playmaker?
Now my bowler. I tell her, say, bros, before you leave this club, train this boy. This boy will be like you when he grow. And Foden has been exceptional in that side. And we know that Pep is not a manager that plays with academic graduates. Foden was just an unlikely experiment that was successful.
What was Aureli last season?
Aureli?
Yes.
Now injury, and I make a play now.
What was McCarthy?
They for still play next season. You know,
Yes.
Foden play the first season. Pep say put a starting lineup. He deliver again. This one they don't play only 3 months because they don't play up to 6 months of football. They just play only 3 months of football.
Wow.
Between November, December, January, they bought in players.
So who have been coming in as a sub since the start of last season?
Last season.
Yes.
Now they tell you that injury make them play.
It's not about injury.
And lack of
Injury
form.
for last season.
Now
was
they should
only
continue.
one.
Why would you not go? Why
was
would
only
you,
one. Rodri.
then why would you not go to the market to shop big name midfielders?
Bro, this is City.
If you know that
This
you
is
trust
City,
this
man.
project for
This
the
is
company,
City. We
I'm
are
just
not
telling you,
Arsenal.
it's the City.
We are not Arsenal.
It's the
This is
City that we are talking. That's the City we are talking about now. City cannot play these young players. They just
But
give them the opportunity.
we played them last season.
They give them this opportunity so
Two
they so they can sell them. And now, if bids are coming, which 2 seasons ago?
Yes, go look at the numbers.
Person 5 minutes. It's just like telling me.
It concern you now. And my player be that. Come carry if you want them. But
They're not see.
now
They're
my
not being
player, they
less.
play 2 seasons.
As it stands now, they're not being less the shoe of people with me as Westham United fan.
You
One
want
go
your-
buy.
Talking about Westham. Westham is trying to buy a Liverpool player, Elliott.
They're not feeling less.
Now
These
where
players
they
are
are
poor.
rich.
They're not feeling less. They're not feeling less the
They
shoe.
don't buy player.
O'Reilly feel less the shoe of
They
Harvey Elliott. No, talk
They
true.
not fit buy world class players
Can
now.
O'Reilly on
Now Ben
McCarthy
Thomas now then they buy.
can
Simple and short.
okay now O'Reilly and this
But
Now Ben Thomas una dey buy. Elliott na bench woman. Yes or no?
It should be a good deal for West Ham.
good
Now the
deal.
deal wey dem fit afford, e dey talk say it
It's
should
not
be
about
a
deal.
good. Now when your hand reach,
Deal where I
if your hand na Tere Kambata, if you buy Tere Kambata, nobody should clap for you because na where your hand reach.
see
Give me
person
the-
dey talk. It's a benchman. Na academy graduate you get. They never play. They never prove themselves for one
E
season.
no concern me. They don prove
Wait, no,
themselves.
John.
They don prove
For you, they
themselves. E
don't
no
prove themselves
concern
because
me.
now the same thing they do for this show. They don't.
Na
prove
you
themselves,
want
they don't prove
am,
themselves.
pay the money collect.
These
Simple
two
and
players
short.
say City wan sell. Na academy graduate. I can say the same thing for Man United academy graduate because these same people now, based on injury, they did well last season. So because Man United fan can support me that Tobicola came from the bench due to injury and played well for Man United. If a team comes from it, doesn't mean they are not good. They are young prospects. I'll keep saying it. These two players are young prospects. Now we talk about Kobe Meno, the same thing. Now young prospects he be, but he come he deliver. Because of the injury hits team, you can't show up, can't deliver for like 3, 4, 5 matches.
How Kobe
No,
Mino
you say-
take get start for Man U?
Because injury hits.
QED, so what are you saying, man?
Talk. City, injury and
Not
out
the
of form.
same, not the same scenario.
No, but
Prior to Kobe, how many of them have gotten that start at the club?
They were getting starts in Carabao Cup matches.
Thank you. Same thing for City as well.
You get?
They've been getting starts
as
subs. They've been getting starts in cup competition. And last season they played far more games for City than they've had before.
As injury hits,
simple.
You get? Teams went on. They came in. They played. They deliver. And not they deliver. But you cannot compare them. The O'Reilly, the McCarthy. You cannot compare them in no level with Javier Elliott. You know
who be Javier Elliott?
Bolaji.
Who be Javier Elliott?
Guy where comes, score the goal against PSG. As he enter Champions League, he give Liverpool hope.
Elliott is
for the future.
Elliott might move from Liverpool.
How many Champions League goals your players get?
Baba, go look at McCarthy number. Or not even come
Champions League goals.
Go look at McCarthy's number last season.
I'm telling you, Elliott.
Go look at the numbers. Not there they bluff with fake numbers.
Well, Elliott might move from Liverpool to Westham because they keep buying midfielders in that Liverpool team. So he's going to, even though that at some point, Klopp,
I keep buying. I've been giving them since. I want to collect one now.
Klopp actually trusted him, but somehow there is not getting that first team footballer. They brought in Wits from Bayern Leverkusen, so he's going to make his own time. The only chance he had to play from that side, that means he cannot even bet Salah. He had to wait maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But he has decided to move to West Ham, but let's see if that deal will materialize because anything can happen.
These two players want to go from Liverpool.
They might still convince him. To start at Liverpool because he's a good. If you look at him, he's a great squad player. That is the truth. But he wants to play first team football. Look at what he did in Euros under 21. He's the best player in the tournament.
And the captain.
He scored in every stages in that competition to the final. So he's a good player. I've seen him play. He's a nice player, but he needs to play first team football. Before we talk about other transfers, again, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and I have a name here, John. His name is John. John, help me pronounce his surname. Find his surname. He's saying hi. Hi, John. Hi, John. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you here in the show. Welcome to the show, John. Thank you for joining us today. We have a John here. His name is John. So both of you are namesake. Welcome to the show. And I'm sure that he's not a Nigerian because of his surname. I don't even know. Please, John, drop your comment. Tell me where you are from.
Very important.
Tell me where you are from, which country you are from. Thank you, John, for joining us on today's show. Okay, other comments on our YouTube channel. Jaja Somto is saying, I don't mount. Good morning, guys. John, I love your humor this morning. John, we mount.
It's called John Xantopoulos.
Yes.
John Xantopoulos.
Xantopoulos, welcome to the show.
I think that's Greek.
Yes, that's Greek. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Okay, Jaja say that in don't man, so we mount too. Okay, Chisco, welcome to the show. Chisco say, good morning, everyone in the studio. Who is Chelsea going for, please? Isak to Liverpool. What are these guys building, man? They are building something.
I'm telling you.
They build army barracks.
They are building US Army, not be Nigeria.
No.
They are building something great in that Liverpool side, and it helped them last year because they didn't spend anything. They barely spend money. And imagine if you have most big clubs have about 150 to 200 million pounds or euros to spend every summer. Imagine that Liverpool didn't spend. That means they have about 300.
They spent on Mamadashvili and Chiesa.
How much now? The top they combine.
It don't concern me, but they spent.
What I'm trying to make, they have money. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody is disputing whether they have money, yes or no. They have money. They've had money for the last 4 seasons. They've only spent 2 seasons ago. They didn't spend as much last season. So they have money. They have money. Their wage bill is structured in such a way that they should have excess money.
Yeah, they don't.
Tottenham Hotspur have excess money as well.
They don't overspend. That's why I like Liverpool. They don't really They don't overpay players. No matter how good you are, they don't overpay players. And not like Manchester United that they keep paying. Cannot will just play 1 season, bam, they don't give them 300.
Although with Florian Wirtz now they don't give 300, 400.
Yes, it's one or two players, but
because they are buying him at this rate.
And number 2, you have to understand that when you have 1 or 2 players any high, it doesn't cause a problem. The problem is that when you have 5 or 6 players earning 250 plus in your team.
Agreed.
That's the problem.
Agreed. But because they are buying him at 150, they are placing him at that 300, 350. But there is a money that came in as a servant to the club that over-indexed, that should have been accelerated from 80k to to at least 200, he worth it.
At the end of
even
the day,
Salah waited too late before he got his right money.
At the end of the day,
yes,
all these things are about negotiation. You can be at the club and any 120, and they can bring a star player and pay you.
When your agent don't get the power of negotiation, what do you want me to do?
It's not nobody's problem.
Salah you're talking about came from Roma.
Let's continue with
and he for a very less price.
Let's continue on our YouTube channel. Chisco is also saying any update on Jackson? No update on Jackson. He's still at Chelsea, but before the window ends, hopefully, maybe he's going to go to other clubs because there is no way he's going to play ahead of Joao Pedro and the two shining objects, Joao Pedro and what's the lap.
Liam.
It's going to be tough for him, so he has to decide if he wants to stay and fight these two guys for the starting place, or if he fight the lab, but Joao Pedro don't collect that number 9.
The most important decision here is a Chelsea decision to make, because you have 4 competitions next season. So the wise thing is to maintain your squad.
Now Go is still there.
The problem it's not
about
maintaining
squad.
Because that one can you know why? Because
if they call Gui, what about Tyreek George? Why you know they call Tyreek George?
I call his name too. There can be squad players.
Let me
They can be squad players.
Let me explain something, John. Having 3 striker in your team
Top
is
team
good.
strikers.
It's good. One. But the question is that the third person
was a starter.
No, the third person won't agree to just stay on the bench.
I'm telling you now that I agree with your point too, but it's been done and it can be done.
Yes. If they are going to play with a 2 striker, which they will not do, then let's say that Joao Pedro starts. Somebody will have to stay on the bench and don't play at all in a match.
The lab
is new shining object.
The lab is on the bench and Pedro is starting. No be so.
Jackson
did there too.
He will not play at all.
So you move Joao Pedro to the bench. The lab comes on, and you move whoever is on that left off, and Jackson comes on.
It's going to be interesting. Jackson had to decide if he's
look at the numbers.
If he's going to be a squad player, or if he's going to be a squad player, or he has to wait for his time, because it's going to be tough for him. But let's see what happens with him in that squad. Okay, Chisco, that's the only thing about Jackson. He has to decide. Okay, other comments on our YouTube channel. And Cletus, welcome to the show. He say we will play smart. Okay, we will play smart one on Newcastle. It's either they give us Isak, or we will frustrate them for the signing of Hugo Ekitike. They should collect Isak fee. They should collect Isak fee and use it to fund Ekitike. Be wise. Depending. Okay, he's also saying, I love this business we are going to do. Okay, yeah, we are going to be doing with Newcastle. It's a yes or a yes for Newcastle. They have no option. They must miss out. Okay, they have to miss one of them. Their Isak or their target Hugo Ekitike. I love this. So it's either it's either they are going for, they have to just choose one. If they want to keep Isak, Liverpool will attack. They'll go and get Hugo. If they want, it's just better they don't just give them Isak. So collect your Hugo, whatever he is. Okay, let's see what happens with that transfer. Prince O, welcome to the show. You say, good morning, guys. Please, can you explain to me what's happening to Manchester United? I am Prince O, that Arsenal guy. Okay, we're going to talk about Manchester United in a bit. Okay, finally, Nathaniel is saying Victor should see out this season or go on loan, then go on a free. So the club will lose. That's another option. He's also saying Liverpool should be careful with the big money moves. This is how Manchester United started spending, and clubs were selling to Manchester United at a high price. And after that proper move, now so Manchester United used their hands spoil market. It is true. Okay, he's also saying, Cletus is saying, I will love it if Liverpool go with the 120 million euros for Isak. No, na pounds, so not be euros. Cletus, na pounds,
120 million
pounds. And then sit back and watch what will Newcastle respond as we watch Ekitike with an eagle's eyes. Okay, let's see what happens with Dan. Okay, Tobo is back.
Yes.
098 Tobo is back. Tobo, welcome to the show.
The man himself.
Tobo, you know my guy from now on.
As a soft guy, where you be.
Tobo, tell me where you are testing us from.
Yes,
Tobo,
very important.
Which country are testing us from?
Very important.
Tobo, we saw what you did for us now. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the
guys.
gift too.
Guys,
Confirm.
join our YouTube channel. If they happen there.
It dey happen. It dey
Join
happen.
this as I listen to you. Go and join our YouTube. Go and see what is happening there. Things are happening.
Hey.
Things are happening.
Things are things.
By the way, 3 big balls are for Togo first and foremost. Normal.
Thank you, Tobo. Thank you very much, Tobo. Boza for you for that
Boza
donation.
for Togo.
Thank you for that donation. Okay, Tobo is saying if Isak signs for Liverpool, that's title wrapped. As a Chelsea fan, I'd rather he goes to Liverpool than Arsenal because he will genuinely win a title for any big team. Thank you very much,
Valid
Tobo.
point.
Thank you.
Why? But Tubo, now you know with this your comment. Thanks for the gift, but with this your comment, why you sideline Arsenal? Why you just shoot shots, go Arsenal side? Why?
Well, Tobo is a Chelsea fan, and I think. Tobo, what do you think about Chelsea's transfer this season? I think Chelsea have done well.
Yeah,
transfer,
I think
bringing in
they've done
Gittins, bringing in Joao Pedro, and all that. I think they have really done well. Tobo, thank you very much for that comment, and thank you for the donation. Thank you, Tobo. Thank you very much for that donation. We really appreciate all you do for us. On all the support you give for us to do for us on this show. Okay, let's continue with the comment on our YouTube channel. It says Newcastle Drake Media is saying Newcastle should not sell their best striker to Liverpool.
This is not proper bad from
and
Drake Media.
Drake Media is also saying they should go and buy Ekitike and leave Isak alone. Okay, now he's also saying Drake Media is replying Tobo 98 098. He said Isak should stay back. Arsenal does not need Isak. They have GYOKERES. Yes. And finally, Drake Media is saying, thank you very much. We love you, Tobo. We love Tobo. Thank you very much for that donation. Okay, Joe Brown, welcome to the show. He said, good morning, guys. Please, we need Manchester United transfer updates, please. Thank you. Talking about Manchester United, there is no update.
There is no update.
Actually, there is.
There is no major update.
There is no update.
There is a goalkeeper move right now in the market.
But I don't be goalkeeper and Man U fans 1 year. I don't know why you are like this.
No,
man.
you have to give them what is in the market. For them.
Yes.
There's no update. There's no update.
Now,
you have to tell them what's happening in their club.
Update no day.
Onana is injured. Bayendia, Ochori Bundia. Bayendia Chori Bundia. He does not know how to handle himself.
In fact, your update na banter.
No, it's not. It's not banter. I'm just telling you what's
banter
there.
na.
Man United are looking to get in the signing of Victor John. Is it Botafogo of Botafogo goalkeeper? They want to bring him. They want to bring him in at least. Victor, and I know his name is Victor, but I don't know if it's John or something of this name. They want to bring him in, and he did well in the Club World Cup, and they've been scouting him for years. And this is not the first time they're scouting him. Just that as he did, the other person on their radar is the Porto goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. He's also on their radar, but the thing is, they are not certain. They are not certain of what the option should be. Either Costa or Victor. Who is going to cost less? And who is going to deliver?
The problem with Manchester United is because they have their wage bill is massive. They have players they don't need. Rashford, Garnacho,
the reality is
Sancho. They
in.
have players that they are in high wage. They need to release them first before they can even bring in players because it's crazy for Manchester United.
They tell you the kinds of the
Godwin, the truth of the matter is that, right, as much as you need to offload these players before you bring in, time no day on your side.
But you will not
Pre-season is about, that's the most important thing. This is the very first first score we gave Manchester United last season. A lot of those transfers were done ahead of pre-season. Those guys joined the club with Ten Hag and they prepared for the pre-season. So in this scenario now, why you are waiting to offload bad players that are not ready to say yes to any club right now? Transfer window is going.
Yes.
So the most important thing is get done with your intakes first before, because look at now, is it Sancho that you want to get rid of now? They are offering 8.5 million. Why you are waiting for a better suit or a better price? Baba, days are moving. This is 15th, man. So I think that they should finish 2 or 3 quality players that are called to Amorim's plan for this season.
The Ineos team
early.
is telling you they can't
finish those deals early.
The Ineos team is telling you they don't want to touch the loan chest of 140 million.
They have
the
100 million already.
60 million is gone already.
Baba, they don't pay full payment for Kuya.
You know what I mean? They just calculate and say they don't.
You know what I mean?
According to them, they've calculated 60 million out of
Not
it.
be
So they have
60 million they
40.
spend. They still have money there to spend from that 100 million.
Out of all the big clubs in England as at now, it's only Manchester United that are not even making it. They only bought Cunha and gave him number 10 shirt. That's only deal they have made this summer. And if you look at all the clubs that should spend more in this transfer market, it's supposed to be Manchester United.
And Westham.
The problem is that they need to just release some of these players because all of them are still in the paybook of Manchester United. Rashford is still there, earning almost 250,000 pounds plus. Sancho is there, 250,000 pounds plus. Anthony is there.
Yes.
Same kind of money.
If
all
they
these
cut these
players
guys off, they will save about a million pounds from the
They
wage
need
bill.
to sell off this player before they can buy. Or if not, imagine all of them decide not to go live in the summer. Manchester United will have a big problem. So Amorim is the person that will suffer all this thing because he's innocent. He didn't know.
The club too will suffer because you can't get the players you want.
He didn't know what he was actually entering. He just entered it and saw that this place is a total disaster at Manchester United. But let's see.
It's not total disaster.
Let's see what happens.
It's a total disaster, man.
He faced worst.
It's a total disaster because he had to go through what he went through.
You cannot compare Sporting. Ferguson faced worse at Aberdeen and he conquered. Amorim has faced worse. Godwin, you're writing off the fact that this. Okay, now let me explain. Let me explain.
You know the evidence.
Ekitike came into Westham and spent money on.
You cannot use Manchester United to compare Aberdeen. Neither can you use it to compare.
But Ferguson succeeded.
Wait.
You know me.
Ferguson succeeded.
He never had it as Amorim is having.
Did you know where Ferguson finished in his first 5 seasons?
I'm telling you, he never had it as hard as
he finished in his first 5
Do you
seasons.
know the financial status of Manchester United right now?
Man, that top 10 for the first 5 seasons.
Do you know the financial status of Manchester United
then
right
and
now?
Ferguson
compared to Aberdeen.
See, leave that thing. Ferguson in his first 5 seasons. Ferguson in his first season is not finished in the top 10.
Let me explain this.
Let's be honest.
Because
the media is making it feel like it is
It's
easy
not about
now.
media. It's not about media.
Somebody, if you cannot compare people's worst and worst, having a worse situation as Sporting Lisbon is different from Manchester. Let me tell you why. As Sporting Lisbon, you don't have players that earn more than maybe 50, 100. Now let me explain.
The club structure is
If you cannot listen, then you shouldn't be listening to.
The problem is that the problems are different. You cannot say that he has faced problem. For example, if you are managing, Vote FM, and Vote FM is in crisis, you say that you have problem, and if they give you to manage another big company like CNN, you will tell me because you have managed Vote FM. Our company is a big company, but it's not the same problem as managing a bigger institution like Manchester United. The institution is different. It's just like if you go to Real Madrid, you think that because you have managed Rangers International and you are going to manage the problem.
Baba, people will get Aberdeen, they be like 5 where they want off it. They sit down with the man inside the office.
Amorim cannot make all the decisions at Manchester United. If they tell me that they are not going to stand in play, what will he do?
He will coach the team he has.
And if he loses,
he will get what he wants.
He will get what he wants. He will coach the team he has.
This is not what
Ferguson had to go through.
Who says?
Ferguson was back from day one. Straight up. Anything you want, however you want, he was back. Simple.
I love you.
Ferguson didn't have to work under a joint ownership of Ineos and this other guy, the Glazers family. He didn't have anybody ahead of him in charge of recruitment. He was a manager. That means the coach and the manager in one.
And what people don't understand, there
Can you imagine?
Then, for example, for Arsene Wenger them and Ferguson, then they were manager. They decide who they
built themselves to decide who they want to. When Ferguson came in first, understand this. When Ferguson came in first, he requested for players. They got him what they can get him. Now, and in his first 5 seasons, I keep repeating it. In his first 5 seasons, he broke the circle of Celtic and Rangers in Scotland. Then he came to England. In his first 5 seasons, he did not finish in the top 10.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
He did not. So I'm just saying.
cannot
Amorim
contest-
came into Sporting. Wait
He
now,
not
it's
finish in the
because
top
you're
10,
because
but he
you're feeling like
was a manager, not a coach.
he could point out a player. He was not the one going for the
He
player.
was the manager, not
It was
the
after
coach.
he has proven.
Never the coach.
Understand that it was after he has
So
proven
the
himself.
dynamics then and now is not the same, man.
It's
You
just
can't
like
say
Pep
the
in his
same
first
thing.
Pep in his first 2 years at Barca. You will not tell me that Pep will now come and say, no, I don't want to play. Get me this person. In his first year, I have to manage what he has.
Actually, he did it in first season. Actually,
In Barca at Barcelona.
yes.
Confirm.
At Barcelona.
Yes.
He came in first season and said that he doesn't want Ronaldinho and
QAD.
all of them.
But they
QAD.
played. They played. After
did not
in
play.
the end of summer, they
QAD.
They
played.
did not play.
He came in and brought
removed
this
Deco.
man.
He came in and removed Deco and Ronaldinho first season. He wanted to remove Eto, but somehow Eto did not work. He had to
Yes.
force to play Eto that season.
That's what. See,
What
you
I'm
have to
saying
build
is-
yourself
No,
first
what I'm
to
Baba,
end that
Baba,
right as
no.
first.
No, what I'm saying for Amorim, Amorim might have faced similar situation, but you cannot compare those
The
situations
pressure.
at Manchester
The pressure.
United.
It's not the same
For
thing,
example, at Sporting, he can be allowed to coach them for 3 seasons and build whatever it is.
Yes.
But
No
Manchester
pressure.
United
You have
needs
time.
results.
Yes.
Just like Chelsea. If you don't do
Simple.
well after 2 seasons, he
You're
knows that
out.
you are out. Well, let him finish 15 next season. Let's see.
And you know the bottom line with all of this is that the fallout of losing the Manchester United job is that you lose credibility.
That's the problem.
Even though you do not have full responsibility, you lose credibility.
Okay, let's continue. That's why I don't want to enter Manchester United story, because their story is like a spiritual story. It's like it brings everybody
Ancestral story.
No, I'm
But
just saying,
let's
Man
go
United
to-
are going for players.
Let's go to our YouTube channel, read some of the comments on our YouTube. Okay, Tobo is back. Tobo, welcome back on the show, and thank you for the comment. He said, much love from Australia, authentic football fan channel. Thank you very much for joining us from all the way from Australia. I don't even know the time zone from us and Australia.
They
But
are ahead of us.
They're ahead of us. Thank you very much for being part of this show and being part of. We are a family and we have fun here. We can do this every single time we are here. It's fun upon fun upon fun. Thank you, Tobo, for being part of our channel. Okay, Drake Media is saying, I only pity Amorim. He is innocent for all this United saga. That truthfully is innocent.
That's
But
why
it
when
can't happen.
Bible say, if sinners entice you, do not
Okay.
consent.
Africa startup story say, oh well, Manchester United are not looking ready yet. Okay, Isaac Matthew, welcome to the show. He say, good morning, guys. In the studio, I am Igwe, the king of Anfield from Transekulu. We are getting Isak. John didn't want us to buy Isak. Nothing will stop my Liverpool to get Isak. And John, you want Wheat to get his 200 and 500, something like that. But I understand what you are saying. Thank you, Isak.
Yes, that's what I want him to be paid. It's 200,
Okay,
not
350. Okay, want it to be his salary. Okay, thank you, Isaac, for joining us on today's show. Remember, guys, if you are on this channel listening to us, remember to subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's take phone calls and get your own contribution about all these things you are talking about. Once again, thank you, Tobo, for that contribution. Let's take phone calls now. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Let's take the first call. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning.
Okay, I think we are network problem. Okay, you can call back and give us your own contribution about all this transfer. The number to call.
Also, if you're live on YouTube, don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you.
Okay, let's take first phone call now. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
Christian.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, I can hear. Name and location, please.
Yeah, Christian. Hello.
Okay, Christian, what is your contribution?
I don't know if Liverpool Sporting Director chop this season, like the man has been making some crazy moves. Seriously. Because this business now is like a master stroke. It's a win-win situation for Liverpool. You cannot have both players. And Newcastle are on the verge of breaking PSRs. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's either you let Isak go, which I'm sure Isak in his right senses will love to come to Liverpool. You understand?
Yes.
And will also go. Some kind of arguments we did. We don't make ice cream for that studio. We will not see no ice cream when you sit down one place. Seriously.
So, continue.
You can't compare Aberdeen with Manchester United.
I'm comparing the managers and their you listen, you cannot judge me, but I say I compare the managers and the crisis they faced when they initially arrived the club. The managers and the crisis they faced. Aberdeen was it's like when you come Westham now or Leicester City for instance. Let's use Leicester City for instance. Leicester City, you know that before Leicester City can win the league, is in short is beyond impossible. Wait now. Understand what I'm saying first. Before you can come and win the league with Leicester City is beyond impossible. You're not supposed to think about them. It's out of this universe. And you have Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Then Leicester City came from nowhere and won the league.
So what is the argument?
Now that was the same thing that happened with Aberdeen. They had a strong structure. In Rangers and Celtic, and he came from nowhere and won the league. They were in crisis when he took over. And now it doesn't matter. Now he came to Man United, faced the same crisis.
So
when they were struggling, and in his first 5 years, he was finishing 13th, 11th, 13th, 12th, and he won the league after 5 years or 6 years. He won the league.
The difference now is that then they trusted him and he's the manager.
The same thing I'm saying now. Trust this man.
Is not the manager for match.
He's a coach.
The same thing. But if he asks you that he wants a player, you get the player for him.
He's a coach.
Trust, like I said, like you said now. Like this man was saying, trust the process, and you trusted the process before.
Arteta has been
waiting for 5 years, and you're still trusting the process. Now this man now.
You're not getting that fact.
Another factor is Liverpool went to the market. Liverpool did not go to the market last summer.
Bro.
And nobody's against them. They did not go. But Man United never go markets now, and Man United never go
because
market.
They finished 15th last season.
Liverpool finished out of top. Out of top 3.
Last season. Liverpool finished out of that position because they changed their entire midfield. It's not the same situation.
The same thing with Man United. They changed the manager.
It's not the same situation, man.
The manager.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
From Enugu, Augustine.
Okay, what is the contribution?
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan anyway.
Okay.
There are the two issues that we are discussing here. Liverpool going for Isak at that price, for me, is not justified. What they fear on Ekitike is this that happened to Nunez. Nunez was banging goals at Benfica when he came to Liverpool. Nothing showed for it. And they fear now that if they go out to buy another player from outside, untested, it might happen again. But for me, the price
is too much.
Number two is that somebody comparing Liverpool of last season with this current match. Liverpool had players before this current coach came. They have players. The quality they have. This current Manchester United, you cannot compare it at all. It's never done. So Manchester United should go and buy players. And if they continue like this, everybody will still cry again like what he did last season. There was a time if he knew he wouldn't have come to Manchester United. So if he knew that
all this problem will come in.
He wouldn't come to Manchester United. Then on Osimhen's case, for me, if Napoli wants to frustrate him, let Osimhen go on this loan and frustrate them more. Let them not get any pardon from him.
Thank you.
Because it's too much.
Thank you.
Why are they trying to frustrate this guy for goodness sake? And this thing should teach Nigerian players. When you are in Italy, they are racist.
Yes.
Like Osimhen gave you lead. You were celebrated because you played a penalty. You started from that place to antagonize him. You started from that place to antagonize him. Then it's the same thing with this Lookman.
Same thing with Lookman too.
Single-handedly gave you people a European Cup single-handedly because he played a penalty. A coach, someone that calls himself a coach, started talking nonsense about it. So Nigerian players should be very aware of this Italian laws.
Thank you very much.
What I can
right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with Osimhen, and that deal is going to be interesting if Osimhen moves away. But I understand what people's sentiment. You can frustrate them too, but the problem is that there is a World Cup next season. Let's take the final call.
I'm telling you that you can walk into that team.
Good
morning, name and location, please.
Okay. Good morning.
Bishop, quickly, please.
Good morning. And the truth is this: the pressure is different, and the clubs are different.
Thank you.
But as a big club, in fact, if it's not only the club in the world, once you step in, yes, you do well. There is no room for people.
Okay, I think network is bad, but I understand what
There
you're
is no
saying.
room for
And I
failure.
At
understand.
all.
Wait, let's end the show by saying this. For Amorim, it's always different when you go to a bigger club. I think they should just give him 5 years. The way Arteta, they give Arteta like 5 years. Just do what you. If you can see progress, we'll see it.
The worst part is
The
say
problem-
We'll see
the worst
progress.
part is say the man don't
The
talk
problem
say
with
he
the
no give am
Manchester
time.
United problem is that the people that should have been backed and given time were never backed and given time. That's the problem. Because Ten Hag that was backed is out. They spent almost 500 million on Ten Hag and they can't even afford to spend as much on Amorim.
Let's see what happens with Manchester United. It's going to get interesting. Tomorrow we'll come back and keep talking about Manchester United, all their wahala, because truthfully they have a spiritual problem. They need to fix it. I thought I fixed Arsenal's spiritual problem because Arsenal was actually not really this bad, but somewhere around mid-table, finishing 8 and all that, and some they didn't qualify for the Champions League. I think for 3 or 4 seasons before gradually
long time,
Arteta changed it. So I think they need to give Amorim time, clear all these players. For as I'm talking to you, as our last season, no player Arteta started with is still in that club as I'm talking
Straight
to you.
up.
So that's
And
what
you have
Amorim
men
needs
performing.
to do. But let's see, tomorrow we'll come back and talk more about Manchester United. My name is Godwin. Thank you all for being part of this today's show. If you're on our YouTube channel, thank you very much on our YouTube channel. Please remember, guys, to subscribe on our YouTube at Vote FM. So if you are listening to me, my name is Godwin. I'll see you guys for tomorrow. Tomorrow again, we'll talk about more on transfers, more on other clubs, what they are doing and all that. Thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM. We are music.
All right,
meets
Tobo,
the
thank you
voltage.
very much for being part of. Thank you guys on our YouTube channel. Thank you everyone. Please remember, if we are live, you can help us and share to on your social media. Let other people join this fun. Look at, we are having fun here in the studio. Thank you very much, Tobo, for that donation. Thank you for that gift, giving us that gift on our channel. Thank you for being part of today's show. Thank you for being part of this family. We are family here, guys. We are all family. And Tobo, you should be start learning our Nigerian English show. Sometimes you speak this our Nigerian English. Thank you all for being part of today's show. Joe Brown, thank you for being in today's show. Chisco, thank you for being part of Cletus.
Yes.
Thank you. Mma, thank you for being part of today's show. Thank you very much, guys, for being part of today's show. Everybody that joined on, Chris, I see you.
Jaja
Somto, I see you too. Thank you, guys. Africa Startup Story, thank you
Drake
very
Media.
much. Drake Media.
Media.
We salute you, sir. Thank you for being part of today's show. Tomorrow we are about to talk more transfers and more banter because, truthfully, Manchester United has a spiritual problem. See you guys tomorrow.